What's the best advice you could give me as an outfielder trying to get through this quarantine? Like best drills I could work on and hitting and throwing wise.
Yeah.
I've run out of ideas.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think at this point in time, bro, it's hard because you're so limited to what you can do, right? You're not going to be able to go out there and get those full fly balls unless you have, a park or something that you're allowed to go to. I think one thing that I learned young as a rookie, I was
Yeah.
I was blessed to have a guy by the name of Mark Kotze in my corner, and as a veteran when I first came up to the big leagues. Because for myself, it's like you always try and like let your athleticism be what you use. But for Mark, the one thing he was so good at, bro, was his first step, right? Like being able to read swings. He taught me the art of reading a baseball swing, and almost to where I could tell you where they were going to hit it before they hit it. Because for somebody like me, bro, that never ran a 6.5 60, right? In the outfield, 70% of your grade is based on your range. 70% range, 30% arm. That's it. That's how you were judged. So for myself, if range is 70%, baby, I'm going to find a way to cover some ground, bro, because you have to know who you are. Because if you have speed, learn how to use it better. If you don't have speed, learn how to find some speed. And for myself, I found speed in my first step. So I think if there was any advice that I could give you, it's watch people hitting, watch swings. You know what I'm saying? Go on YouTube, watch people's highlights, watch their swings, watch somebody go through a game, right? Turn on this KBO stuff and just watch guys and say to yourself, like, okay, this guy looks like he's a little late. Because if he's a right-handed hitter, bro, and he's fouling balls over the first base dugout, if I'm a right fielder, I'm moving towards the line, right? Like I know from watching those swings, he's late. And if he can't catch up to that fastball, the only way that I'm going to get burned is if he hangs something. If he hangs a break him on, then he rips it down the left field line. But that was Brett Gardner's problem while he was in left field. So I think for myself, bro, I would definitely say work on those first steps. Watch the game. Be a student of the game. Not everybody's Torrey Hunter. Not everybody's Ichiro Suzuki. Not everybody's Ken Griffey Jr. But you don't have to be Ken Griffey Jr. to play in the big leagues, right? You can find something that works for you, right? Because that's the coolest part about this is every kid that calls on, that's all we say. You got to be you. Find what works best for you, right? Get out there. Do your drop steps. Work on your turns, right? Work on your flexibility. Maybe right now you could be stretching a little more. And at the end of the day, maybe your stride is 2 inches longer than it was before quarantine. Like, try and find the little wins in everything. Because if you look at the whole grand scheme of something, sometimes that's very daunting. And it's like a big, big task. But if we break it down piece by piece by piece, bro, we can do it. Because what's the first thing you do if you clean a house? You start by cleaning one room, right? And then you go to the next room. And then you go to the next room, right? So I guess what I'm telling you is don't look at the whole grand scheme of things. Look at the little things that maybe you can work on that you might not be as good as you would like to be.
Yeah, let me jump in real quick because I hear this a lot at the younger levels. What you said about if you see the guys late, shift a little bit. And a lot of people think that, that's a little league mentality, little league move. Dude, you're 12 years in the bigs, World Series ring, special advisor, man. And that's your advice right now. So I think that's something to pay attention to. But one thing I wanted to tell you, Kameron, is to kind of piggyback off of what Nick was ending with is you need to work on, in this time, the fundamentals, the little things that during a regular season with all your practices, you're probably going to neglect. Like 2 drills that I can think of right now that you as an outfielder, I was an outfielder and I was a speed guy, you're a speed guy. So I think we can relate, but I think 2 things that you could be working on right now that are going to make your speed even faster, especially if you don't have a plus arm, is being able to close your ground to the ball more quickly and fielding the ball and then getting it out of your hand to the cutoff man or to the base as quickly as possible. So number 1, you can toss the ball straight up in the air and practice your timing of catching the ball with your glove foot and then transferring into a throw and get some momentum. And then the same thing with a wall. Just toss it against the wall and go slow-mo through fielding it with your glove foot down, with your glove down next to it, and make that a routine. Because I feel like as a coach, I never work on that with my players in practice because it's just not enough time to do everything. And so I feel like that's something that they should be doing on their own. This is the perfect time. You had the question during quarantine, what can I be doing? This is something that's going to make you faster. It's going to make your arm stronger without getting faster or without strengthening your arm.
Yeah. It's funny, man. It's like I feel like my dad's like sitting right here when you said fundamentals, bro. My dad was like right here, like, yes, that is key. Because at the end of the day, what about the Washington Nationals last year against the Milwaukee Brewers? A routine line drive to the right fielder, and he missed it.
That's it, man.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like those plays mean something, right? Like being able to be fundamentally sound on everything you do is crucial. One of my things is not only like, it's just footwork, bro. If you want to be a great baseball player, you got to have good feet, man. Like you're saying, like whether you're a speed guy or you're not, you got to find things that work for you. And so I think for you, man, it's just like you're saying, I mean, if you want to do little drills like that, bro, knock them out. Because guess what? You could do 100 of them and you're not tired because you can focus on the things that you need to focus on. Because I'm always going to be good at the things I'm good at, right? Let's just make those things that we're bad at something that we're a little better at, you know? Because I can tell you, man, the higher you go up the ranks, the more film they get on you, the more holes they can expose. And at the end of the day, man, they know you better than you know yourself. With where analytics are today, it's crazy. So I think for you, man, it's just like Joe was saying, man, do those couple little drills, right? Kind of like in your mind, do some visual drills, right? Work on your timing, you know? I mean, because right now, bro, it's like you have to be creative on how you're going to train because the monotony of doing things every day is you're like, oh, man, I got to do this again? Yes, you do, bro. Yes, you do have to do it again, you know? So find what works for you, bro. Enjoy all that, man, because remember, bro, it's possible that we may never have something like this for the rest of our lives. So kind of find the silver lining in it and make sure you come out of this better than you were when we first started.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
buddy.
I like this kid, bro. I like this kid, bro. I got him. I was checking him on Instagram, bro. What'd he say? Can't spell fame without me. Hey, let's go, son.
What a guy.
That's right.
Yes,
I see
sir.
you, bro. I see you, bro. I checked that Instagram feed out, homie.
Sweet.